There are two areas in Revit that we use constantly, properties and the project browser. And we can find both of those here over on the left-hand side of my screen. Properties is used to select on objects and then see the properties of those objects. The project browser allows us to go between floor plans, schedules, sections when we're creating our construction documents. One of the most common things to have happen when we're working inside of the program is to accidentally turn one of these off, whether it be properties or the project browser. You'll come up to click on something and accidentally click on the little X and then it's gone. Well, if that ever happens to you, and at some point it will, what you need to do is go to the View tab on the ribbon, all the way over to the right-hand side, then click on User Interface. The two things we need to turn on will be the project browser, if you turned it off, as well as properties. And you can turn those on by just clicking the little checkbox next to its name. In this case, I turn on the project browser, click on User Interface, and now I'll put a little check mark next to properties. It'll actually put them back in the same location that they were at when you originally closed them down. These can be separated apart and then put either on a different part of your screen or even on a different monitor. To do that, highlight over the title, hold down your left mouse button, and then drag that to a different location onto your screen. Something else that you could do is click on the title, drag it back over, and when you do, there's two different spots where you could place this bar at. One would be to have it the way that we just had it, with one stacked over the top of the other. The other way is to click, hold down, drag it over, and then when they're both in the exact same location, let go. And when you do that, come over, try to place them like that, you'll get two tabs down at the bottom of the screen. Click on one tab, you can open up one of them. Click on the other tab, you can open up the other. Now I was able to do that just by clicking on one of them, dragging it over, placing them directly over the top of each other and letting go, and then it drops into place. If I wanted to separate them out again, I could. Click on any of the tabs, hold my mouse button down, and then just drag that tab out, and then let go in order to drag them apart again. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them back together the way that they were just a minute ago, where I had the properties on top and the project browser down below. What'll happen is I'll pull this over, highlight right around the area where the words project browser are at. When I get it just right, they'll look like there's a line that goes straight across here. That's how I know that I've got them in the right location. When I do that, I'll let go, and then they should automatically resize themselves so that they're stacked on top of each other again. So I'll click, drag this bar across, put this in the right location. Sometimes you have to move this to the sides or up and down until you get that little gray bar that shows up. And then you can let go in order to try to drag them in. Drag it out over to the top, right in there so that the two of them are stacked. And if you pull them so they're over the top of each other, you can either have two tabs that you can toggle between, or you can stack them the way that I have here.